all you students and friends at home. I hope you can hear me today. I know yesterday or today on the video people said it was kind of hard to hear me. I do have my microphone on. I'm not sure why and I'm very loud, so I'm not sure why I'm not coming through louder. So I hope I'm trying my best to project my voice today so everybody can hear me. So today we're doing lesson 4 problem set. And so that's a couple pages that I will complete part of it with you, and you will be expected to complete part of it independently. But our skill that we're working on is counting by multiples of 6, or skip counting by 6. So if we look at our first page that we're doing, it says skip count by 6 to fill in the blanks, match each number in the count by with its multiplication fact. So I rewrote these with my marker because with my camera projected, it just wasn't that dark. What you will notice though, that I also wrote letters next to these little circles here, because I would prefer that you write letters next to the correct fact as opposed to drawing the lines. It gets kind of hard to tell where the lines go, and this is just a neater and a more accurate way to show our choices. So the first step in the directions was to skip count by 6 to fill in the blanks. And remember, we can sing our song, and our song goes to Deck the Halls. So we can sing 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and 42, 48, and 54, 60, 66, and 72. So that song is really helpful if you have it memorized to help you skip count by 6s. So now that we have skip counted by 6s to fill in our blank, now we're going to match these, okay? And remember, we use our skip counting to find our facts. So if we count 6, we've counted 1 6. Which fact over here represents 1 6? Well, I'm going down. This is 9 6s, 6 6s, 4 6s, 7 6s, 2 6s, 1 6. There it is. So this is A. So I'm going to write an A over here by 1 6. So that's the way this activity is going to go. Let's look at the next one. 6 12. So it's 2 6s. There's my 2 6s. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find 2 6s. 2 times 6 is 2 6s, so I will write a B in front of that fact. Here we've got 3 6s, count them. 1, 2, 3 6s we've counted. 6, 12, 18, 3 6s. So we're looking for the fact 3 times 6. It is right here, and so we're going to write a C in front of that. I'm going to do one more with you, and then you can do the rest on your own. 24, how many 6s is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24. That is 4 6s. So we're going to come over here and we're going to find the fact that shows 4 6s. 4 times 6 is the same as 4 6s. So there's our fact. We're going to put a D in front of there. Okay? So I did the first 4 with you. I think there are 6 left to do that I would like you to do independently. So you have some independent practice with that skill. Okay, if you would give me a second, I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn my paper over on my Elmo so that you can see that. I'll be right back. Alright, so like I said, this lesson is all about skip counting by 6s. So if we look at the directions for number 2, it says count by 6 to fill in the blanks below. Again, we can sing the song to help us. So we've got one blank, so the 6, 12, 18, 24, and we're going to stop right there. I'm going to say, how many 6s did we count? So I'm going to put my numbers underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're writing on paper, you can go ahead and count your numbers. If you're doing it with your fingers, 6, 12, 18, 24, you counted 4 fingers. So that tells you how many 6s we've counted. Now it says complete the multiplication equation that represents the final number in your count by. Well, the final number in our count by is 24. What multiplication sentence would we write for that? Well, we would write 6 times 4 equals 24. Okay? And then it says complete the division equation that represents your count by. Remember, division always starts with the total, so our total is 24. That is the end of our skip counting as well. 24 divided by 6, we count by 6. to get to 24, 6, 12, 18, 24, and our answer is 4, and these are related facts. So if you know 6 times 4 equals 24, then you also know 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Here's another one very similar to that. You have to skip count by 6 a little bit further, so I'm going to let you go ahead and do that one on your own. You'll write the multiplication sentence that matches your last number in your count by, and write the related division sentence. If you give me a second, I'm going to go adjust our paper so we can do the last part of this together. Okay, back again. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Mrs. Burns' class skip counts by 6 for a group counting activity. We've done a lot of this in school and since you've been remote. When she points up, they count up by 6, and when she points down, they count down by 6. The arrow shows when she changes direction. Fill in the blanks below to show the group counting answers. So we're going up. Here's the arrow to indicate our direction. We have 0, 6, so 0, 6, 12, 18, 24. Now we're going down. So if you're at 24 and you're going down by 6, what will be your next number? Well, if you said 18, you're right, because if you look here, we go 24 and we go down 6, we would be at 18. We subtract another 6, we're at 12. Now the direction is changing, the arrow is going up, so we're 12 and we want to go up 6. So we can say to ourselves, we can sing the song, or we can say 12 plus 6 will give us 18. Okay, and we can start singing the song again if we want. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Again, the next number would be 36. So you can sing the song, or you can just start with this number and say, I'm going up by 6 each time. That's kind of like the pattern you see on our morning work. So 30 plus 6 is 36. We're changing directions again. So we're going from 36, and we're going to start to go down by 6. So 36 minus 6 is 30. 30 minus 6 is 24. 24 minus 6, what will be your next number? If it helps, you can go back and you can look at the patterns here. What comes before 24? You can do your complete skip counting to find that as well, but if you look here, what comes before 24? It's 18. So if you said 18, you are correct. Okay, we're going back up again, so 18 plus 6 is 24. We're still going up. 24 plus 6 is, you said 30, you are correct. 30 plus 6 is 36. And then add another 6 to 36. What will you get? 36 plus 6 is 42. Now remember, you can count on, you can use your fingers. That's a strategy you learned way back in kindergarten and first grade. One way to count on is to say 36. When you count on, you start with 37. So 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I counted on 6 fingers. So my next answer would be 42. And then it makes sense if I have 42 and I add 6 more, I'll have 42. So that is kind of like the skip counting we would do in class, where we would change the directions of our count. Okay? Now, part B says, Mrs. Burns says the last number that the class counts is the product of 6 and another number. Write a multiplication sentence and a division sentence to show she's right. So she says the last number the class counts. So I'm going to go back up here. Well, what is the last number the class counts? Well, it's all the way at the end here. I'm going to circle it. The last number the class counts is 48. So 6 times what equals 48? Now, if you don't know the fact, remember you should go back and use your skip counting again. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use my fingers here, and we can skip count with the song until we get to 48. Are you ready? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and 42, 48. There it is. We're at 48. How many 6s did we count? Well, I have 8 fingers up, so we counted 8 6s. So 6 times 8 is 48. Remember the related division sentence. We start with the total when we do division. 48 divided by 6 equals 8. If you didn't have this multiplication sentence right next to it, so you would know the 3 numbers in the related fact, you can still skip count by 6 until until you get to 48 to get that answer as well. Okay? And then the very last one is having us think a little bit. It's a word problem. Julie counts by 6 to solve 6 times 7. She says the answer is 36. Is she right? Explain your answer. Well, she's solving 6 times 7, and she's counting by 6. So how many 6s do we have to count? We have to count 7 6s. So if you guys would help me count, I will write the 6s down on the board. Okay, and here we go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and 42. At that point, you should have 7 fingers up. Let's just count and make sure that I counted 6 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I did. I counted by 6 7 times. I got 42. So Julie says her answer is 36. Is she correct? We can say no, she is not correct. It is not 36. So we'll say no. She is not correct. I skip counted. Six times 7 and got, well, what did we get when we skip counted 6 times 7? We got 42. Not 36. Okay? So usually at the end of our problem sets, they ask a question that's a little bit more challenging. All right, boys and girls, so make sure you submit this. Make sure you complete all of the problem set, the ones we did together, the ones I'm asking you to do for independent practice, and get that submitted so your teacher can review it for you. Okay, have a great day.